Alrighty, what's up, motherfuckers? Peter Gilmore here for my second and final video of the night. This time on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like this video, hit that subscribe button down below, and subscribe to all my other channels. Links are down below in the description box. Friend me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And share this video all over the internet, and don't forget to tap that bell and turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload. And if you do, well, you fucking suck and you miss out. That's all I gotta say about that. So excuse me. So like the video, subscribe, do whatever you want. I don't care, because I know trolls are gonna dislike the video because they have no life. Three fucking idiots all live in the same fucking area of Fagville, Massachusetts. Go fuck yourselves. All three of you can go fuck yourselves because you're too fucking pussy. That's all I gotta say about it. Hey, guess who's calling? Can I call you back? I'm busy doing a video. I'll call you right back. I won't be that long. Right back. The missus has to call me, as usual. But it is what it is. So, thank you for watching. Come on in. Chat room is open for the video. So, thank you all for watching. And like I said, make sure you like the video, dislike the video. I don't give two shits what you do. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. And don't forget to friend me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And like I said, hit the bell. And that's it. Hopefully you all get notified. But if not, then blame YouTube. Because YouTube's notification system fucking sucks. And YouTube itself sucks. It needs a humongous overhaul. And we need to get Susan out. Just saying. That's all I got to say about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this Sunday night, September the 27th, 2020, before I start my video, check out my latest rant on the PG Rants channel about my about profiting off the dead. A little video response to my good buddy, fan of YouTube, who did a video about a certain someone money grubbing and once again profiting off the dead. Fucking scumbag he is. And his little minions are fucking scumbags as well. The three pussies. And they can't get pussy. Because you know this guy gets a lot of pussy. Oh yes. From a lot of women. Because they have those three guys have tiny little cocks. I got a massive cock. Just ask their mamas. That's all I got to say about that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, on this Sunday night, September the 27th, 2020, it is time right now. Hope you all sitting down or whatever you're doing. You're grabbing a late night snack, watching football, doing whatever. But I hope you're watching this video because it is time for your late night. It's time for your late night Clash of the Champions Gold Rush 2020 review. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for your Clash of the Champions review. For September the 27th, 2020, from the Thunder Dome in Orlando, Florida, at the Amway Center. The yearly pay-per-view from WWE where all the titles are defended. Except for one. One title was not defended because it was scrapped. That was the women's tag team titles. They scrapped that for some odd reason. I don't know why. I guess they think it's better to be on Raw. That's most likely what's going to happen. It's going to be on Raw tomorrow night, and we're probably going to see Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan win the titles when it really should have happened tonight. Would have been better having it tonight than having it tomorrow night. But we shall see what happens tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw with the fallout from this pay-per-view. And to be honest, this pay-per-view wasn't that bad. Pretty solid from what we saw. So, I mean, they started off pretty solid with the ladder match. Then it kind of went up and down. And then the ambulance match between Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton and his monotonous voice was pretty good. And then the ending with Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, and Mr. Cockfist himself, and Jey Uso. The way that ended with what happened with Roman and with Jimmy and Jey Uso, that was kind of shocking. I personally thought that Roman wins, of course, because the referee Charles Robinson says that's enough. That's enough. He's getting beat up too much. So Roman wins by referee stoppage because he knew Jey Uso was gonna get his crap beat out of him, and then Jimmy Uso limps down to the ring, about to throw in the towel, and Jay's like, "Don't throw it in, Uso. Don't throw it in, Uso. Let me fight." And then you see Roman's like, "Come on, Jay. Come on, Jimmy. Do it. Do it. Say I'm the tribal chief. I'm the tribal chief." And then Jimmy comes in and puts his body, over his brother, and Roman. I thought Roman was gonna beat the crap out of both of them, but he just stood there laughing and basically just stood there, as Jimmy was covering his brother. He's like, "You're the tribal chief. Is that what you want? You're the tribal chief, okay?" And then Roman's laughing and just looking down at his fallen cousins. So we'll see what happens on Friday night SmackDown this Friday night with the tribal chief Roman Reigns, where he goes from here. There'll probably be something with him and the Usos. Will come out and say, "I'm the tribal chief. I run this island. I run this WWE. This is my WWE." And then Jimmy and Jay will come out and say what something's wrong with you, Uso, something like that. And Jimmy will get a match with Roman, and Roman will beat the living shit out of him. And Jay tries to help out. He gets the shit beat out of him. But I think it's this whole tribal chief thing with Roman is going to lead to maybe The Rock. We all thought there was rumors going on this week that The Rock was going to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And then The Rock's like, "I don't want to fight Roman." Now, things could still, things might have heated up now that The Rock saw what happened to his cousins. What Roman did to them. I bet you he's pissed. Because now he's the tribal chief, kind of a slap in the face to High Chief Peter Maivia, which is The Rock's dad. So I think Mr. Rocky Maivia himself, Dwayne Johnson, whatever you want to call him, I think he's kind of pissed. And we might hear from The Rock this Friday night. Then again, they might lead us on all the way to the Royal Rumble, where Roman will probably defend the belt, win, and then after the match, maybe we'll have The Rock via satellite. Says "You want to be the tribal chief? You want to go 1-on-1 with the great one? You want to disrespect my father, High Chief Peter Maivia? Let's say me and you go 1-on-1 at WrestleMania. If you smell what The Rock is cooking." And then you have Roman versus The Rock for the title at WrestleMania 37, which will probably be the main event, of course. And then Roman beats the crap out of The Rock. Because, I mean, really, you want to see The Rock with the Universal title and then basically lose it the next night or give it up? And then we'll have a fucking tournament? Another fucking tournament. No. I'd rather see Roman Reigns beat The Rock. Straight up. Beat The Rock to a freaking pulp. And then he gets to claim that he is now the high chief of the tribal chief, or the high chief of the Anoa'i family, or of the Anoa'i Samoan family, whatever you want to call it. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Play this out for the next couple months. Roman probably face the Fiend next, maybe at Hell in a Cell. It'll probably be on the Survivor Series team. At Survivor Series, probably helps Team SmackDown win. Obviously, because everybody's gonna be gone from SmackDown. Doing the draft next Friday night. I'll get to that in a minute. And then continuing on Columbus Day, October the 12th on Raw. But I'll talk about the draft in a little bit. But yeah, that's what I would do. Have this whole thing with Roman Reigns being the tribal chief. Go all the way to the Royal Rumble. He beats some schmuck at the Royal Rumble. Like I don't know who. Maybe I don't know if it's gonna be the Fiend or it's gonna. I know it might be the Fiend. The Fiend might have a match with Roman at Hell in a Cell. Though a lot of people saying that Roman's not gonna fight at Hell in a Cell. That may or may not be true. Who knows? Then Roman, the next time we see Roman, if he doesn't fight at Hell in a Cell, will be at the Survivor Series, leading Team SmackDown to probably a win over Team Drew and Team Finn. Obviously, because they have Raw, SmackDown, NXT in that whole thing, like they did last year when NXT whipped the crap out of everybody. Thanks to Adam Cole, baby. And that's all I got to say about that. And then Roman could maybe have a TLC match against the Fiend or against somebody else at TLC in December, the end of the year. And then when they start 2021, at the Royal Rumble, he faces some schmuck, or faces a worthy opponent, beats them, and then The Rock appears via satellite. Or what they could do is, after Roman wins at the Survivor Series, at the Royal Rumble, he comes out on the SmackDown after the Royal Rumble. Roman's all gloating. It's like, nobody can beat me. This is my island. And then The Rock either appears on Fox in the ring, have a face-to-face confrontation with Roman, or he appears via satellite from his home in Miami. And then, like I said, he's like, "You want to disrespect the High Chief Peter Maivia? You want to do this? You want to be the tribal chief? You want to be the head of the table, the head of the Anoa'i family? Well, you gotta beat me." And then they lead up over the next few weeks. They go all the way through the Elimination Chamber. I don't know if Roman would have a match at the Elimination Chamber, but they probably have him take that night off or that pay-per-view off, and then continue. Rock can appear, or once in a while, every so often over the next couple weeks, leading up to their match. Leading up to their match at WrestleMania 37, and then Roman beats the crap out of The Rock. And make Roman really dominant because he is the cockfist. He's the champ, and that's all I got. That's how I would do it, but I'm not the booker. I'm just some schmuck from Jersey. So it is what it is, and that's it. But still, tonight was a pretty solid show, and the ladder match was great. The ambulance match was pretty solid and pretty brutal with what happened with with the big slow appear and Christian and the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels appearing and helping Drew beat Randy Orton at his monotonous voice, putting him in the ambulance, and Ric Flair's driving the ambulance. Oh, big, I think that was a shot to AEW, with Sue, Trent's mom, driving the minivan with her son and Chucky T, the best friends. Oh, everybody, give me a hug. That's all I gotta say about that. So, I think that was a shot to AEW, but it is what it is, and yeah, that's it. So let's get started with the review. And before we do that, let's get into the chat. Got a couple people in the chat. Got my good buddy Thunder Knuckles, who had who's fighting on Relentless Day 3 of tonight. He says, don't forget to watch Relentless Day 3 tonight. Thunder Knuckles tries to recapture the television title from Chris Page. See what happens. I hope he does. But you never know. Because, Chris Page and Robert Mayne have been just annihilating everybody, like the last 3 pay-per-views, I believe. And Cataclysm still the tag team champions, beating Ruby and Centurion. I lost to fucking Ghost Pig. I'm sorry, Broken Oswald. Big Money Oswald. What the fuck his name is? It's very Ghost Tank. Fuck that piece of shit. All because I missed the fucking deadline. I lose. Automatic loss. Really? I could beat that fucker in my sleep. And I lose. Fucking horrible, man. Just fucking horrible. This fucking company still screwing me over. At least my good buddy Chris Chaos won. That's all I gotta say about that. And that's it. So hopefully Thunder Knuckles, you beat Chris Page and won the television title, but give this guy a call and give me a title shot. It'll be a slobber knocker of a match. That's all I gotta say about that. XWF99.com. Join the revolution. And read my stuff, and that's all I gotta say about that. All right. jackz121 says The Rock has a big farty ass. Okay. I think. Would you know he has a farty ass? Have you looked at his ass? It's kind of creepy. Motherfucking troll, but it is what it is. I'm summoning to you because I'm covered in Vaseline. That's disgusting. I'm covered in your mom's cum. See, I'm smarter than you and you know it. What's a satellite? Go look it up. Go look it up. If you don't know, go look it up. That's why Google was made, to look things up. That's why the internet was made, to look things up. Even though the internet's a piece of shit. Because it has stupid sites and stupid people that go on the sites. That's all I gotta say about that. Jack says he's the only one here. I beg to differ with that. I don't get it. What don't you get? Why are you talking about The Rock like it's a person? I'm proving a point that The Rock is going to get destroyed by the tribal chief Roman Reigns. That's what I think. And that's what, like I said, my fantasy booking have Roman be dominant through the rest of this year and win at the Royal Rumble, and then have The Rock appear via satellite, or have him appear on the first SmackDown after the Royal Rumble, and he challenges Roman to a Universal title match at WrestleMania. That's how you sell WrestleMania right there. And then let him go back and forth with promos over the next 3-4 weeks leading up to WrestleMania. Then at WrestleMania, Roman beats him and permanently, and then retires The Rock, because The Rock will go into the Hall of Fame. That's how I would book it. And if you don't like my booking, fuck you. It's better than that other guy. But just say, you look Bosnian. Are you from Bosnia? No, I'm from Jersey, motherfucker. Even though I have a New York accent, I moved to Jersey a few years ago. And it's pretty soon I'm going to be moving to Florida. So this New Jersey boy, this New York, originated from New York, is going to be moving away, retiring in Florida, growing old with the missus, and watching our grandson become a man. He'll probably be dead by the time he hits 40 and has a beard. I don't know. He's going to be 4 in a couple months, so... 36, you count 36 years, 36 and a half years. I will be 79. I'll probably be 80. I might still be alive. Who knows? Rosa will be close to 90. Or close to 80s too. I don't know. Rosa's so old, I don't even know her age. But she's in her 40s. I'm just kidding. Rosa will probably be around 80, so you'll still probably be around. To see his 40th birthday. Maybe get to see him marry a young lass, have maybe a couple kids. So we'll be great grandparents. But that's all I gotta say about that. But I am not Bosnian. I'm Italian, full-blooded Italian motherfucker. Fucking Italian. I give you what's the matter for you? Full-blooded Italian, originally from Brooklyn, New York, now living in Livingston, New Jersey. So that's all I can say about that. Heck you. All right, got my good buddy Alejandro Clatza. Haven't seen this guy in a while. He says hi. What's up, Alejandro? How you doing? I don't know about you, but the triple threat for the Intercontinental title and Randy versus Drew, what was redeemable from the pay-per-view? Yeah, I agree. Just like I mentioned in the beginning of the video. The Intercontinental title match was great opener. Having Sammy win was kind of... I didn't think Sammy was going to win. I thought Jeff was going to retain. But the way that Sammy won, it was smart. Smart way to have him win. Now, he's the double champion, but I'll get to that in a minute. But, Sammy's psychology, very smart there. And the big spot of the night with, Jeff Hardy jumping off the top of the ladder, or as Michael Cole says, from the top of the Thunderdome. Yeah. If he was at the top of the Thunderdome, he'll be at the top of the fucking rafters, jumping down on poor Sami Zayn. Not the fucking top of the Thunderdome. That was even close to being the top. Freaking Michael Cole exaggerates every fucking thing. Fucking pussy he is. But yeah, those two matches were the matches of the night for the pay-per-view. And like I said, the pay-per-view wasn't that bad. That's that. And I get angry about the terrible control between Asuka versus Bayley so that it will end so stupid. Yeah. It was stupid. I mean, Nikki Cross forfeited the match for some odd reason, because she knows she's going to lose. Obviously, she's probably going to be on her way out. I don't know. Either that, if she's getting drafted to Raw, and then she's going to face Asuka and get buried. That's the only thing I can think of. Or there's an injury from Nikki Cross and we don't know about. Or maybe she's pregnant. She is married to Killian Dane of so was Ivar's married to I thought it was Ivar, but Ivar's married to Sarah Logan. They have a kid on the way. So who knows? Nikki Cross might have a bun in the oven. Killian Dane might have gave her the divide, if you know what I mean. Between the legs. Give some of that Irish dick. Because he is Irish. He was formerly known as Big Damo if you followed his career. In the Irish Indies. But yeah, I mean, I thought it would be somebody else, like maybe a Naomi or Lacey Evans. I mean, you should have just gave it to Lacey, but they put Asuka in, let her do double duty tonight. And, I mean, it's like something we've already seen before. We saw it on Raw, and Asuka beat the crap out at Bayley, tapped her out. And then we saw it at Payback. I think it was Payback. Was it Payback? I think it was Payback or SummerSlam, where Asuka was going for both belts. Yeah, it was Payback, I should say. She was going for both belts. Wins the Raw title from Sasha. Loses to Bayley. Why? She should have been double champion that night. It should have been champion tonight. Double champion tonight. I'm getting sick of freaking Bayley's 350-day run almost. In about an hour, it'll be 350 days that Bayley's held that belt. I mean, come on. But I understand, they needed somebody, and they asked Asuka, who's the workhorse of fucking WWE in the women's division, to do double duty. She looked pretty damn good in the second match. Should have won, but I mean, she does win by disqualification thanks to Sasha Banks coming out, and I knew that was going to come. The beatdown of Bayley after the match, that was coming. I knew that. So I'm not totally mad at the finish, but really should have had Asuka win the belt, thanks to Sasha. And then you go with Sasha Bayley at Hell in a Cell. That's what should have happened. But they weren't going to give it to Nikki Cross. And if they wanted to end her Bayley's reign, it should have been to Asuka at Payback, or tonight that Asuka do both shows. She could do it. I mean, Becky when she was double champ, she was on Raw and SmackDown. Why not have Asuka do it? But it is what it is. That's all I gotta say about that. For me, this pay-per-view has a 5. I am taking a risk. I don't think you're taking a risk. I thought it was pretty solid. I gave it 6. I gave it a solid 6. A lot of people giving it a solid 7. Some people still giving it 6. I thought it was pretty solid. It wasn't great, but most of the filler matches were kind of. The Raw Tag Team title was stupid. The ending. I mean, Angel Garza is hurt now, so that kills Andrade and Angel Garza's chances of winning the belt, unless Angel Garza teams up with somebody. So that kills their momentum. So now the Street Profits are going to run with the belts for another 2 months. Stupid. The SmackDown tag title on the pre-show, which I really thought should have been on the main show, because we were supposed to be Asuka and Selena Vega on the pre-show. That got nixed and was the second match on the show. I thought that was kind of stupid. I would have put the 24/7 title on that fucking on pre-show. And I'll get to that in a minute. The way that horrible fucking belt and a fucking horrible person that's still holding that belt 40 times. Really, WWE 40 times. And to think that R-Truth's going to be in the Hall of Fame soon, not in a few years. Yeah, that's going to happen. They're going to make R-Truth go into the Hall of Fame. Why? Because of the whole fucking 24/7 shit. Not because of his wrestling ability. Because he's a as we call a comedy act. That's all R-Truth is. His best days were in TNA when he won the NWA Championship, the first black man to win the TNA Championship. Well, then the NWA title, which now is the 10 pounds of gold that Nick Aldis has, and he's held it for over 700 goddamn days, getting close to 2 years with that damn title. And Nick Aldis doesn't want to lose it because he doesn't want to become irrelevant. So he could hold it for 3 years. He could start a Bruno Sammartino type run, hold it for 20-something years. That's what happened with Bruno. Bruno held the WWF title for fucking 20-something years. Nobody could beat this Bruno at the time. And then Bruno finally lost the damn belt. I forget who. I don't even remember who he lost it to. Been way long ago when I was a little bitty hoaxer dude. And then when Hogan won it, he held it for 5 years. Nobody could beat Hogan. Hogan was in his politics. I gotta be the champion, Vince, brother. Nobody's gonna beat me, brother. Well, eventually somebody did. Just saying, because he held it at wrestling. He won it before WrestleMania 1. Retained it at WrestleMania 2 against King Kong Bundy, that steel cage match. Retained against Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3. Then finally lost to Andre in that controversial finish with the Hebners. Remember that? When Andre won the belt, then he gave it to the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Then they had that fucking tournament at WrestleMania 4, which I thought Hogan was gonna win, but Hogan and Andre got counted out. That killed Hogan's chances of winning. They gave it to the Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh yeah, dig it. And then Savage held the belt for 1 year and lost it to guess who? Hogan. And then Hogan loses to Warrior. Then Warrior lost the Sergeant Slaughter. You puke. And then guess who Sergeant Slaughter lost it to? Yeah, that guy named Hogan. And then Hogan lost the belt somewhere in between. I think to Rick. Who did he lose it to? Before WrestleMania 8. I forgot. Because he didn't defend the belt at WrestleMania 8. He fought Psycho Sid in that stupid match. Horrible. And then after that, guess who wins the belt at WrestleMania 9? Yeah, that guy named Hogan. And then he lost the belt 2 months later at King of the Ring back to Yokozuna, thanks to Mr. Fuji in the camera. Then when Hogan went bye-bye, Hogan went to WCW, won the belt like 6 times. I think 2 or 3 times as the red and yellow Hogan. And I think three times as NWO Hogan. Hollywood Hogan. Hogan had to get his way back in the day. He always wanted to be the champion. Brother. That's why everybody fucking hated him. That's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, yeah. The pay-per-view, I gave it 6. So we'll get to that in a minute. I'm upset they promised me a big pay-per-view and gave me a shit except for 2 fights. The rest of the pay-per-view was shit. I agree. Most of the rest of the matches were kind of blah. But the ambulance match and the bladder match were great. That's it. I haven't connected because I don't have internet. I'm at a friend's house watching the NFL. Well, at least you're watching my video. Hopefully you get your internet connected back there, Alejandro. And hopefully you join me tomorrow night for my Raw review, whenever that may be. Hopefully I don't work tomorrow. Maybe you can get it early. But signs point to me probably working tomorrow. But, because there's really nobody else after the new girl comes in. So I don't know if they're going to have the supervisor go from 3 to 11, or they call me in. I really hope not, but if they call me, I have to go in. Gotta make the money you wish you had. That's all I gotta say about that. So, Raw review will be tomorrow night, but probably at the usual time, about 1, maybe 1:30. And then I gotta work Tuesday because I had to fill in for the new guy because we switched days, so I'm off Friday now. So Friday Night SmackDown review will be pretty much on time. And then hopefully I'm off Saturday. And then we'll talk. We can talk about on Saturday. We'll talk about Takeover 31 this next Sunday. So we got the pay-per-view next Sunday. Yep, we do. That's Takeover. We'll get to that in a minute. That's that. All right, Chase Stabler, good buddy Chase. My man Kurt Busch won NASCAR. I don't really follow NASCAR, so that's nice. And that's pretty much it. All right, so chat room's still open if you want to chat. Let's get to the review. Let's not waste any more time. I don't want to go 2 hours with this fucking video. I could, but I need to save some time on StreamYard. So on this particular these particular channels, my Peter Gilmore and PG Grant's channel, my Metal God channel, just in case somebody dies in the next next week or 2. So we'll get that. But I'm gonna try to give it as much as I can. Ugh. Too much fucking food today. Oh, good lord. Had Subway for lunch and just going right out my ass. TMI, I know, but it is what it is. You don't like it? Fuck you. That's that. All right, let's get to the review. Let's not waste any time. So we start the show off with the kickoff show. We had the SmackDown Tag Team titles being defended by Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura, taking on the Lucha Jobber Party, which was Kalisto and Lince Dorado. And wasn't anything to write home about. Getting to the end, Cesaro prevents a tag to Lince Dorado. Nakamura suplexes Dorado over the barricade. Meanwhile, in the ring, Kalisto goes for Slito del Sol. But he eats an uppercut from Cesaro and laid him out. Then Cesaro and Shinsuke hit the KOS 1. And they pick up the victory to retain the titles. Obviously, they were going to win. So, obvious, predictable winner there. Like I said, I think Cesaro and Shinsuke are going to lose to Heavy Machinery. I mean, who else are they going to lose to? Miz and Morrison? No. Even though Otis is in this feud with Miz, that I think that they're going to have a match probably on SmackDown for the Money in the Bank briefcase. And I think if they really want to get it off Otis, then have Miz win, then Miz cash in and lose to Roman. Because then I got to make Miz beat Roman. Really? No. So give the Money in the Bank to Miz and have him lose. That's what's probably going to happen. Because if it gets to Otis, who knows when he's going to cash in? He could cash in at WrestleMania for all I care. I just hope he doesn't, but I mean, Otis with the Universal title, I just don't see it. That'll be a big slap in the face to all the others who have held that damn belt. Finn, Kevin Owens, Goldberg, Brock, Roman, The Fiend, Braun Strowman. Yeah, that's it. It'd just be a big slap in the face to all those guys who held it. Having a big fat fuck named, Otis winning the damn fucking belt. That's that. And we move on. So Cesaro and Shinsuke retained the SmackDown titles. Pretty decent match. I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. All right. Then we get to the main show. We start off with the ladder match for the undisputed Intercontinental title. We had Jeff Hardy, dude, taking on AJ Styles, taking on El Generico. Sami Zayn, who's El Generico disguised as Sami Zayn. You know who it is. So match was great. I gave this match 3.5 out of 5 stars. Very good match. It's also with Sami berating Jeff and AJ until AJ punches him. Jeff attacks AJ. And And then Hardy and Styles go at Sammy, and then Sammy gets sent into AJ. Jeff hits a snapmare to AJ, takes, and then have a rest period. Then he hits a bulldog to AJ and a dropkick to Sammy at the same time. So Hardy's going completely berserk. He goes out and gets a ladder, but AJ baseball slides it into his chest. Then he hits a phenomenal form over the ropes to the floor, laying out Jeff. And then Sammy kicks AJ away at ringside and hits a springboard moonsault to wipe out AJ. Sammy then gets a ladder, drops on the back of Jeff, does the same thing to AJ. Sammy gets the ladder in the ring, but Hardy attacks him. The ladder falls against the top rope. So Jeff hits a back body drop to Sammy onto the ladder. Ow! Then he turns the ladder upside down, looks to suplex AJ onto the support in the middle. Ooh. But AJ shoves him back. Jeff jumps at AJ, but nobody's home, and Jeff lands gut first on that support, the thing that holds it up. Ooh. Ooh. Jeff's not going to eat for a week. Ooh. Fucking sick. And outside, Styles gets props the ladder in the corner, whips Sammy into it, and bounces on like 3 times. Sammy likes to sell that much. AJ gets another ladder. He sets it up in the middle of the ring. He starts to climb, but Sammy pulls him down, only to get caught with a Pele kick. And we see a ton of welts on Sammy's back already from the shots with the ladder. His back is chopped liver. AJ climbs again, but Jeff meets him on the other side. They go back and forth. AJ slings Jeff off, and he lands hard on his shoulder. Ooh. I think that might have been like people saying that Jeff botched the landing, like botched the move. I don't know. Maybe we'll see it on Botchamania. We'll see. Hardy pulls AJ down, hits an atomic drop, then the basement drop kick, and all 3 men are down. Sammy gets. See how much more I got this. Yeah, this is gonna be a lot, so I'm gonna try to get as much of it as I can. Sammy gets back inside, kicks Jeff out, hits AJ with an explosive suplex on the ladder, propped up in the corner. And then Sammy's all alone, goes to climb, but Jeff comes in to stop it. Then he goes to the outside. AJ slams Jeff into the barricade, looks for a running forearm off the steps, but nobody's home. Jeff hits poetry in motion to AJ against the barricade, but Sammy follows up with a hell of a kick, sending Jeff into the WWE Universe, into over the barricade. Then begins to climb again, but AJ grabs a small ladder, throws it into the ring, knocks Sammy off. And then Jeff and AJ get inside, and they start climbing. They brawl atop the ladder. Hardy, by accident, tips it over, so they both fall, and AJ lands gut first on the top rope. Ow. And then the ladder almost hits Sami Zayn right in the fucking head. So he jumps up and he wrecks the ladder. Hardy grabs his leg, but Sammy kicks him back. Hardy tries to shove the ladder over, but Sammy jumps off, and the ladder hits an incoming AJ in midair. That had to hurt. Sammy climbs again. Hardy yanks him off, hits a twist of fate, leaving all 3 men down. Then Jeff gets up, starts climbing in the middle of the ring, but Sammy tips it over. Jeff crawls over the ladder and hangs upside down on the other side. Sammy tips it right over, and Hardy crashes and burns with the ladder outside the ring. That was a sick spot. And then AJ takes Sammy out of the ring, and Sammy hits his head on the announce desk. Sammy did not hit Michael Cole. Then Sammy bridges the ladder between the apron and the announce table. AJ gets on the announce table and catches him with a moonsault into a reverse DDT, that patented move he hits. Then AJ sets Sammy up on the bridge ladder, and Jeff drops him with a ladder to the head. Hardy then erects this huge ladder at ringside, climbs it, hits a humongous swanton bomb, as Michael Cole said, from the top of the Thunderdome through the bridge ladder, which is 6th spot. Jeff tries to put a ladder inside, but AJ slams him with it in the ribs. AJ gets in the ring, sets the ladder up, starts climbing, but Jeff tips it over. Styles crashes and burns. Jeff rolls to the outside. Sammy manages to get to his feet and throws Jeff into the barricade a couple times. Grabs his jacket and pulls out a pair of handcuffs, which he uses to cuff Hardy's stretched ear to a ladder. Ooh. being smart. That is what it is. Sammy gets back inside the ring. He has a second pair of handcuffs. Tries to cuff AJ to the bottom rope, but AJ punches him and hits a suplex. And then we get near the end, and AJ puts Sammy on his shoulder, starts climbing on the ladder, but Jeff grabs his foot with his free hand. Sammy, meanwhile, climbs off AJ's back, and he has a key for the handcuffs. Sammy frees himself and slides between the ladder to handcuff AJ to the support rung. Then Sammy quickly goes up the ropes, goes up the ladder, grabs both belts to win and become the new Intercontinental Champion, the undisputed Intercontinental Champion. So he wins the belt, not the belt that he really never lost, because he went away for 5 months due to this fucking virus. So he wins the belt, wins both belts, and now he's double belt Sammy, I guess you can call him, or the undisputed Intercontinental Champion. And that's basically all I can say about that. So match was great. Like I said, 3.5 out of 5 stars. That was that. And then after the match, Caleb Braxton comes out, interviews Sammy on the stage. Sammy says he didn't recapture the title. He never lost it. He is still the Intercontinental Champion, and he posted with both belts on the stage while Jeff and AJ look on. So probably get AJ and Jeff in singles matches against Sammy. Sammy's going to defend against both guys, probably beat both of them, and then probably lose it to either Jeff or he loses to somebody else, some other face. Who it is, I don't know. But we'll see what happens with that. And that's pretty much all I got to say about it. All right, then we go backstage with our Fool, or False, what do you call him? He's backstage dressed as a prospector because it's the gold rush. He's sneaking around looking for gold. Walks into the referee's room and he blames little Jimmy for misdirecting him. And then Drew Gulak appears behind him, rolls Truth up with a 1920s roll-up. And 1, 2, 3, he becomes the new 24/7 champion. Whoop-de-dan, fucking you did not give 2 flying fucks about that. And that's pretty much it. And that's that. All right, Chase Saber says, my Gators beat Ole Miss 51-38 on Saturday. Our quarterback Kyle Trask went 30 for 42, 412 yards, 6 touchdowns. And tight end Kyle Pitts, 170 yards, 4 touchdowns. That's pretty good for the Florida Gators. Not bad. Not bad. That's that. All right, let's get back to the Clash. Match number 2, Asuka taking on Zelina Vega. Match was all right. I'm going to paraphrase a little bit. I want to save some time just in case more people come in and I get more comments about the Clash. So, like I said, chat room's still open. We'll chat for a little while longer. And that's pretty much all I got to say about it. So, they went back and forth. You know, Zelina Vega put up a good fight. Working on the arm of Asuka. Really gave Asuka a run for her money. We're getting in the end. Zelina looks for a backstabber, but Asuka holds onto the ropes. Vega rolls through a roll-up and hits a spinning rolling kick to the face for a very near fall. Asuka catches a kick. They trade some nice pin attempts. I think Zelina had a victory roll. Asuka kicked out, and then she tries for almost like a roll up, and Zelina hooked her legs and bridged and almost pinned Asuka. Asuka somehow kicked out, transitions into the Asuka lock, and Zelina tapped out real quick. So Asuka wins. Match gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. Not a bad match, but obviously, you know that Asuka was going to win. And now we'll see where Asuka goes from here, who she may face next, either on Raw or at Hell in a Cell, coming up on October 25th. Afterwards, we get Charlie Caruso interviewing Asuka after the match. She asks Asuka if Asuka got more than she expected. Asuka says Zelina is small like a firecracker, but dangerous. And with that said, she was not ready for Asuka. So Zelina gets back on her feet. Asuka looks for a handshake, but Zelina's like, no. And then she's like, so bows her Japanese style, like we would see in New Japan. And then Asuka bows back. Vega kicks her and drops her with a punch. And then she leaves. Asuka goes completely nuts, screaming in Japanese. You know, it's like, oh no, I understood what she said perfectly. She said she wants to fuck me later on. So, gotta get this video done. Gotta get this done quick because, I gotta get that Asian pussy, you know what I mean? Gotta have some sushi. Not that I eat sushi, but I love the fish. But I digress. So, so Asuka wins, and we'll see what happens with her tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw, who her next challenger could be. I think that Zelina Vega will probably, due to her actions, what she did, that Zelina will get a rematch. Asuka will beat her again. And then we'll see where Asuka goes from here, who the next challenger may be. I think Asuka might hold it for a little while until Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax get through with being the women's tag team champions. So I think when they lose, then they thrust Shayna into the fray, and Asuka and Shayna might have a match at Hell in a Cell, or they might have a match at TLC in maybe a submissions match or something like that. And then Shayna wins the belt, holds it till WrestleMania, and loses either to Becky or maybe a returning Ronda Rousey. That's what's probably going to happen. Shayna's not going to hold the belt for that long. I would love her to hold it for a year, but Becky's coming back, so got to give the belt back to Becky because she never really lost it. She just got knocked up by Seth Rollins because he forgot to pull out a 2. He's not like John Cena. He always pulled out a 2 with Nikki Bella. Imagine Cena and Nikki having a baby. Oh, God. Cena would be pissed. I forgot to pull out a 2. And Cena would have to be a man. And, those he said he would never want kids or something like that. And, now he would knock up Nikki. And then Nikki would probably get rid of John. And John would still be there to support Nikki and the baby. And then she would have got with Artem and had a second kid. That could have happened, but now that Nikki's with Artem and they have their baby boy Mateo, and she's still having postpartum fucking sex with the guy. Holy fuck, man! She must love that guy's dick. I mean, seriously, that guy must have a massive cock. Not that I care, but I mean, just saying, I mean, I guess Cena couldn't do the job. I mean, maybe he has a not that big. Maybe Nikki likes bigger. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm going completely off the rails, but it is what it is. Anyway, so Asuka wins, and we'll see what happens to her tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw. And that's that. All right, match number 3 for the United States title: Bobby Lashley with the Hurt Business, even though it was just MVP at ringside, taking on Apollo Crews with Ricochet. And match was all right. Apollo gave him a good run. And they fought inside and outside the ring. We're getting to the end. Apollo hits an enziguri as they get back in the ring, followed by a military press, then a standing moonsault for a near fall. Goes on top of Bobby, hits him, then climbs and lands a superplex for a near fall. He looks for the Dominator, but Apollo lands on his feet, hits a standing shooting star press, goes up top, hits a frog splash for 2.99. And then Apollo, I think, tried for the Apollo bomb. Lashley catches Apollo with a one-handed spine buster, then applies the Hurt Lock, and Apollo taps out. So Bobby Lashley retains the belt, and him and MVP they celebrate in the ring, and that's it. So no retribution tonight. I don't know why. I guess I'm gonna say that from Raw tomorrow night, because I guess they're exclusive to Monday Night Raw only, not pay-per-views or anything like that. Even though they're gonna be at the Survivor Series, in that traditional 5-on-5 match. So it'll probably be Dijakovic, T-Bar, Mace, and Slapjack with Mia Yim and Mercedes Martinez against against somebody or against somebody else or against the Hurt Business. You know, that's right there. Just have a regular 5-on-5 match, 5-on-5 elimination match. Then you could have all 4 members of the Hurt Business, MVP, Shelton Benjamin, Bobby Lashley, Cedric Alexander, and then you add a woman. I don't know who that could be. Could be Asuka. Who knows? Or they take out MVP and add a woman and another woman. It could be Asuka and Shayna Baszler. That would be an interesting team. But we'll see what happens with that. So we move on from there. So I gave that match 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. And then we move on. All right, match number 4 for the Raw Tag Team titles. The Street Profits take on Angel Garza and Andrade. It was a pretty decent match, not great, but the ending was kind of botched. We're getting to the end. Montez Ford gets the tag. He battles with Garza on the top rope, only for Angel to hit Spanish Fly for a near fall. Joel Maxwell loved that move. Montez looks to make a tag, but Andrade pulls Angel Dawkins off the apron. Angel knocks Ford into the corner, then tags Andrade, hits the double knees for a near fall. Montez hits an insecurity, tags in Angel Dawkins, who hits the anointment, which is basically that low down move he hits for a near fall, but the referee said that he counted 3. And obviously, Andrade kicked out, and the announcer said, "Oh, he kicked out." So, bullshit finish. Another bullshit botch finish. I mean, this is like the 4th time we've seen a botched finish. You know, Asuka and Mickie James. There was another one. I forget who it was. It was a couple of botched finishes. You know, where the referee counted 3 and the guy kicked out. And it was Cedric and Ricochet. That was another one. And now this. I mean, what is up with the WWE and botched finishes? I mean, is this going to become a normal thing now? That is going to end in controversy with botched finishes? That the referee counted 3 and really was 2.5? Stupid. And Tom Phillips, Samoa Joe finally came back, thank God. And Byron Saxton, they mentioned that the referee missed a shoulder. And then we see Angel Garza being looked at by doctors. I'm going to try to see if there's an update on him. We see there's an update on him. Give me a second. Oh, here we go. I'm looking at the wrong part. All right, here's the update on Angel Garza. This is coming from NoDQ.com. The match ended prematurely with Angel Garza suffering an apparent injury. According to Mike Johnson of PW Insider, it's believed that the injury was related to Garza's hip and not his leg. Ooh. Johnson added that Garza will be getting checked out to confirm, but the belief is the injury may not be as serious as initially feared. That's good. So I think it may be like he just hurt his hip. You know, maybe he got sciatica or something. But thankfully, it's not serious, and maybe we'll get a rematch on Raw. And I think tomorrow night, if it does happen tomorrow night, and Angel is clear to wrestle tomorrow night, we'll get Andrade and Angel winning the Raw Tag Team belts on Monday Night Raw, which should have happened tonight. But they had a call an audible, and they had to make the Street Profits win by botch finish. Controversy, of course. But I'm glad that Angel's okay, not seriously hurt, but hopefully doesn't throw a wedge into the Raw Tag Team title picture. But really, there's nobody else on Raw besides Dominic and Humberto Carrillo. That's it. Seth and Murphy are not a tag team anymore, because I think Murphy's gonna start his feud with Seth Rollins pretty soon. and have Aaliyah as his manager or his girlfriend. You know, Murphy's like, what, 30 some odd years old, and Aaliyah's 19. She's gonna play a good actress. She better be a good actress and a good kisser. Or, you know how it is. If Ray lets her do that, but no, Ray's not gonna do it. I got to protect my girl, essay. Whatever. I mean, there's probably gonna be like a love angle type thing with Aaliyah and Murphy, and then Ray, Ray eventually will see that his little girl is not a little girl anymore. She's 19. She's still of legal age, so they could play something off with like Murphy and Aaliyah have like a little not, I wouldn't say like a love angle, maybe like a romantic kind of angle. Like she'll have feelings for him, but Murphy's like, I'm too old for you. Maybe Aaliyah just have like a crush on him or something like that. We could do something like that. We'll see what happens with that, and we will move on from it. All right, so I gave that match 2.25 out of 5 stars. Street Profits retain, probably lose the belts tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw if Angel Garza is cleared. If not, they might do it when Angel Garza is cleared, maybe a couple weeks down the line before Hell in a Cell. But we'll see. All right, then we find out that the WWE Draft will be happening this year on October the 9th on SmackDown. And it will be a 2-night event. Obviously, the second night will be on Monday Night Raw on Columbus Day, October the 12th. So we'll see if any big names go to SmackDown on night 1, or anybody goes to Raw on night 1. And we did the same thing on night 2. Who goes from Raw to SmackDown? Who goes to SmackDown to Raw? Who goes from Raw to NXT or SmackDown to NXT, or from NXT to Raw or SmackDown? Because everybody's involved in the draft. Even the announcers. And maybe the ring guy, the ring crew. Even the guys holding the cameras. The production crew might be going from Raw to SmackDown to NXT or to NXT. You never know. Maybe the guy running the drone, running the audio board get drafted to a different brand. You never know. But it would be nice if Michael Cole goes to. Well, actually, I don't want him to go anywhere. Michael Cole probably stay on SmackDown. Corey Graves should go back to Raw because he's fucking boring on SmackDown. I wouldn't care if it's Michael Cole and Byron Saxton. It really should be Michael Cole and Samoa Joe. I would like that kind of pairing. I think that would be a pretty good pairing. But you never know. Or they bring up Vic Joseph and get him off NXT. And I don't know who you can get for NXT besides with Wade Barrett and Beth fucking Phoenix. Maybe just keep Vic Joseph in NXT, or you hire somebody. But I digress. So that's that. So we'll see what happens with the draft next Friday night on SmackDown, and in 2 weeks on Monday Night Raw. So it should be a pretty good draft. Maybe we'll get some surprises. And that's all I got to say about that. But I'll be here to give you all the news on the draft, trades that might happen during that time, and after Monday Night Raw on the 12th, and all the good shit. That's all I got to say about that. All right, then we go to the back. Drew Gulak's being interviewed by Kayla. He says he's all ready to compete. That's why he was doing his lunges earlier when he saw R-Truth. Gulak pays respects to Akira Tozawa, who was eaten by a shark last week. Eaten by a shark. His career is over. He's dead. And he comes back as a better wrestler. Anyway, R-Truth pops up behind, still dressed as a prospector, hits him with a steel bowl in the head, pins him 1-2-3 to become a 40-time champion. Whoop-de-damn-do. That's all I got to say about that. Fuck R-Truth. That's all I got to say about that. And we move on from there. Dud. Just 0. D-U-D. That's that. All right. Then we hear the music of the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley. Don't give me a hug. Comes to the ring with a chair and a big smile on her face. She cuts a promo saying it's sad news that Nikki Cross can't compete tonight and had to forfeit the match. Like I said, she probably has an injury or something happened. Basically, she was looking forward to Nikki proving herself, but it wasn't meant to be. She then says she's willing to let someone take Nikki's spot, and she'll put the title on the line. She gives someone a few seconds to answer the call for telling the referee to declare her the winner. And then we hear the music of Asuka. Nobody is ready for Asuka, said my dick. She comes out for her second match of the night. Then we get Bayley versus Asuka for like the fifth time. They go back and forth. And we get near the end. Bayley goes up top, jumps up, and jumps, but gets caught with a code breaker by Asuka. Bayley rolls outside, but Asuka goes after her, hits a head kick to like a roundhouse kick to the outside. Asuka follows up with a German suplex on the floor. Ow. So looks like Bayley back in the ring, but the chairwoman of SmackDown grabs a chair, hits Asuka in the gut, and gets disqualified. So Asuka wins the match by disqualification. Obviously, Bayley retains the title. So a match I gave 2 out of 5 stars. Wasn't anything right home about it. I really think Asuka should have won the belt, but it was that meant to be. Then we get the predictable aftermath. Bayley is like, smiling, hits Asuka with the chair again in the back, turns to leave, but gets hit in the back by a chair from our good friend, the boss, Sasha Banks, who still has her neck brace on. And she's still obviously injured. Bayley shows her into the announce table, then gets in the ring. She grabs a second chair and a candlestick, and she looks to do some damage with them. But Sasha kicks the chair out of her hand, grabs the candlestick, starts beating the crap out of Bayley over and over and over again. Then she grabs the chair, looks to smash Bayley in the face with it, but Bayley somehow got out of the ring and retreats to the back. So, now they're still playing in the seeds, and then I think on SmackDown, Sasha's going to come out and challenge Bayley for her SmackDown Women's title at Hell in a Cell inside the confines of Hell in a Cell, which I still don't know how they're going to construct that inside the Thunderdome. How's it going to come down? Or they're just going to build it? How are they going to build it? I mean, really, how are they going to build it inside the Thunderdome? It's going to be kind of weird and kind of hard to do. Unless they go to a different arena. Which I doubt they're going to do. I really don't know how they're going to... They can't... It's going to take a long time to build Hell in a Cell from scratch. Unless it's not propped up on above the ring. Like they should, I thought they were going to do with the cage match with Dominic and Seth Rollins, but they built that like old school style, like they used to do with the blue bar belt. The blue bar is steel cage match, and the black bar is steel cage, and like they did it with the fight pit match with Timothy Thatcher and Matt Riddle back in NXT. So I really don't know how they're gonna construct it. How would they fucking do that? You got me, Vern. I don't know. So, right, I think they'll find a way to construct it somehow inside the Thunderdome. Even if they have to go to a different part of the arena or just rebuild, take apart the Thunderdome and just have, have the dome just open up the dome or something. I don't know. But we'll see what happens when we get to Hell in a Cell, which is 4 weeks away. So we'll see what happens with that. And that's that. So I gave the match 2 out of 5 stars. The aftermath I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. So we'll see what happens on Friday Night SmackDown with Bayley and Sasha. And I think they're gonna announce the match inside Hell in a Cell probably on that SmackDown. And Bayley's gonna be really scared. And then she'll lose at Hell in a Cell. And then Sasha will win the belt. And then proceeds to lose it probably back to Bayley. Or lose it to Lacey Evans or somebody. Or whoever comes over in the draft. Really, if SmackDown gets Shayna, then Asuka's going to hold that belt for a long time. So I mean, who's really gonna beat Asuka if Shayna Baszler or Nia Jax goes to? Well, really, they could get Nia Jax to go to SmackDown and just forget the fuck out of her. Then you have Asuka and Shayna going at it for the next couple months. But if Shayna gets traded to the SmackDown, you have to bring somebody good over and worthy over to Monday Night Raw. And it could be Bayley. It could be Bayley. I don't think it is going to be Bayley, but I don't know. Could be Alexa Bliss, but I think Alexa's going to stay on SmackDown, do her Sister Abigail gimmick, and be with Bray Wyatt. That's going to be coming pretty soon. So we'll see what happens on Friday Night SmackDown with her. But we'll see what happens, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And we move on. All right, after that, we get to the WWE Championship match in an ambulance match. Drew McIntyre taking on Randy Orton and his Flatness Force. This was brutal, hardcore, just a great match. Hard hitting, like I knew it would be. They go at it right away. McIntyre's beating the crap out of Orton, beating him from pillar to post. Then Randy attempts the RKO. Drew shoves him off. Orton throws McIntyre to the apron, kicks him in the nuts. Well, kicks the rope into his nutsack. Then he hits the Demon DDT. And then Orton tries for the punk kick, but suddenly Orton's foot is grabbed from behind, and it's the Big Slow. Orton turns around and he's like, "Holy shit, it's the Big Show!" Show pulls him from the ring and chokeslams him through the announce table. And Michael was like, "Who the hell is that? Whose hand is that?" Like, you couldn't see that big fat fuck's hand? I mean, really, Michael Cole? I mean, are you fucking high tonight? What fucking drugs were you on tonight? Really? And if you were on drugs, give me some. Really, Michael Cole? Come on now. You couldn't see Big Show's fat ass right from the commentary table? Anyway, so he puts him through the announce table. Then Drew's beating up Randy around the outside of the ring, stomps on his hand, takes it toward the ambulance, carrying Orton on his shoulders to the ambulance and launches him into the ambulance like a lawn dart. Opens the side of the ambulance, pulls out some crutches and a red chair. Not a normal black chair or a blue chair, a red chair. Hits Orton with a chair in the gut, then in the back. Looks to hit him again, but suddenly Orton hits him with a crutch. Orton uses the crutch again and rams the chair into that fractured jaw of Drew. He opens the ambulance doors, tries to put Drew in, but Drew turns the tables, punches Orton inside the ambulance. Orton comes back, summons out of the vehicle for hitting a European uppercut to the jaw. Opens the driver door and looks to shove McIntyre inside. But Drew pulls away and delivers the Glasgow Kiss headbutt. And then Drew sets up for the Claymore kick. But Randy somehow got out of the way. And Drew kicked the door right off the ambulance and looked like he hurt his knee. And then they go to the back, beating up each other in Titus Catering. And then they come back to the ringside area. Drew gets Orton on the hood of the ambulance and climbs up with him, but Orton jams a thumb in the eye, slams Drew down by the head, and he smashes the windshield. And Drew's back was completely fucked up. That was real glass, ladies and gentlemen, not fake glass. Then he crawls to the roof of the ambulance. Orton stalks him. Orton drills him with a knee on top of the ambulance. Drew tries to climb down. Orton delivers some punches as he hangs from the roof. Orton stomps the hands. Drew falls off the ambulance. Orton is laying on the ambulance. He laughs. So he stands up. He turns around right into sweet chin music from the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And then Michaels shoves him off the top of the ambulance into some production stuff, a production table, whatever. And then he's like, "Yeah, suck it!" HBK looking like a complete fool. That was that. And both men are down. Drew gets up slowly. This Orton on his shoulders drags him towards the ambulance, but Orton elbows him in the jaw over and over and over again. Then he hits the RKO on the floor. Then he puts Drew in the ambulance, tries to shut the door, but Drew gets out of it, shoves a finger in Orton's eye and stumbles out, hits the Claymore kick. This Randy puts him inside the ambulance. Before he closes the doors, he stops, drags Orton out, pretty much halfway out the door. Then he turns and hits the punt kick to Randy, laying him out. Then McIntyre rolls Orton inside the ambulance, shuts the doors to retain the WWE title. See, I was hoping for Randy to win this time, and third time was not the charm. But I think Orton will come out tomorrow night saying, "You had to get, your friends to beat me. You can't do it one-on-one. So we're gonna do this one more time, and we're gonna do this inside Hell in a Cell." And that'll be it. And then Randy should win at Hell in a Cell. He should win the belt there and then hold it till WrestleMania when Edge wins the Royal Rumble, which is most likely going to happen. Then again, it could be Brock Lesnar. Who knows? Because Brock's probably coming back at the Rumble. Or before. Who knows? And that's that. So match was pretty good. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. Not bad match. Afterwards, McIntyre celebrates. Referee slaps the back of the ambulance, tells it to go. It starts revving up, and then the sirens go off. Camera pulls around the driver, and the referee's like, "Why aren't you leaving yet?" And then we see it's Ric Flair. He's like, "I'm gonna drive him to the hospital." Woo! That Nick your boy. And he looked like he couldn't drive the damn ambulance because it was like going this. The ambulance was kind of going meandering. It was like I thought he was gonna crash or something. Oh boy! But it was kind of funny to see Ric Flair in the ambulance. So we see Christian beating him up and catering. Big Show putting him to a table at ringside. HBK hitting a super kick on the top of the ambulance and then pushing him off. And then we see Ric Flair driving him away. So, Orton's got a case to make tomorrow. And like I said, he's going to come out when Drew cuts a promo saying, "I beat Randy. It was a hellacious match. Blah, blah, blah. I give it to Randy. Blah, blah, blah." And he's like, "I'm moving on." But Randy comes out and says, "You may have won the match, but you had to get help. You can't beat me one-on-one." And then he challenges Drew to one more match inside Hell in a Cell. And if maybe Randy say, "If I can't beat you in Hell in a Cell, I'll never fight you for the WWE title again." Or some stupid thing like that. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And we'll move on. So pretty good match. I gave 3 out of 5 stars. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw. And like I said, that's one. Randy's going to come out and challenge Drew probably to a match inside Hell in a Cell for the WWE title. And hopefully Randy wins the belt. Then holds it for about 4 or 5 months until WrestleMania at the end of March. So holds at the end of October, November, December, January, February, March. 5 months. He holds the belt for 5 months. And then Edge gets the belt. Maybe he loses to Seth Rollins, or maybe he loses to somebody else. Because I don't think Edge is going to hold the belt for that long. He'll probably win it at WrestleMania. Maybe have a rematch at the next pay-per-view, which I think may be either with Saudi Arabia. They do a Saudi Arabia show. I don't think they will, but probably not till 2022, 2023, when the travel restrictions ease up, whenever that may be, if they ever do. Or he has a match at Extreme Rules, which I think will probably be the pay-per-view after that. And then they have some type of stipulation match again. And Edge will win that. Orton will go back to being in the upper mid-card, upper main event picture, still trying to chase for the title. Edge will probably go into his next program, which will probably be maybe with Seth Rollins. Seth gets the belt, and then I don't know what you're going to do after that. I don't know who Seth could lose to. It's not going to be Rey Mysterio. Hopefully not. I think that feud is going to end. It has to end at Hell in a Cell. So there might be 3 Hell in a Cell matches. Drew and Orton, Sasha and Bayley, and Rey and Seth, if they decide to do Rey and Seth inside Hell in a Cell. Then again, it could go all the way to WrestleMania, like JD was saying. This could go all the way to WrestleMania, and then I think it ends with Dominic turning on his father. And then you have Dominic and Ray in a program probably going all the way up to the SummerSlam next year. That's what I think is going to happen. This thing is going to end with Dominic turning on his dad. I don't know when it's going to be. It could be at Hell in a Cell. Who knows? But that feud has to end. It's gone on way too long. Way too long. And that's all I got to say about that. It started right after WrestleMania. Right after Extreme Rules went on. They had that eye for an eye match, which is just fucking sickening. Horrible match that it was. And that's that. All right, then we get to the main event for the Universal title. Roman Reigns, Mr. Cockfist himself, the Tribal Chief. Taking on with my name is Paul Heyman at ringside as always. Taking on Jey Uso, came out with a lay on his over his neck. Roman comes out shirtless because Vince probably was jerking off to him backstage, seeing that. Oh, I like you, Roman, without a shirt on. Oh, fucking prick he is. I think Roman is sucking that dick. I mean, really, Vince, you know, had a lot of people sucking his dick. Cena, Hogan, a lot of people been sucking that dick. Rock, Triple H, well, not Stephanie, but that'd be kind of weird. But anyway, so this match was kind of meh. It wasn't that bad. So they start off. Jey circles him. It's like it didn't have to go down like this. So Roman's beating him up from the beginning of the match, and Jay's like, okay, let's see how it's gonna go. Then they go back and forth for a while. Roman was beating him up, then Jey comes back with some uppercuts. Ducks a lariat, only be caught with a flying clothesline from Roman. Roman chokes Jey in the middle rope, talks some trash to him, telling him he's not the chief. He starts beating him up. Jey rolls to the apron. Roman pulls his head down, choking him, then throws a big uppercut, then knocks Jey to the floor. Then he drops Jey in a barricade, but Jey fires up with an uppercut, which only pisses off Roman. Roman slams Jey into the announce desk. Did not hit Michael Cole. Gets him back in the ring. He starts talking trash to Charles Robinson. And he starts talking trash to Corey Graves and Michael Cole. I think he told Michael Cole to suck his dick or shut the fuck up. One of the two. Jey fires back with some right hands, and it's a small drop for an near fall. Goes to the corner, mocks Roman's roar. He goes to, ooh! Then he runs right into a Superman punch by Roman. Jey rolls to the outside. Roman goes after him. They go back and forth on the floor. Roman drops Jey, puts him back inside. Roman tells Jey he should have just taken a payday, but now he's going to get that ass whooping. Roman puts Jey in the corner, lands some heavy right hands. Jey throws a chop, and Roman's like, puny fucking chop. Lands an uppercut. And continues to beat the crap out of Jey. Jey comes back, clotheslines Roman over the ropes, hits a suicide dive, gets Roman back inside, hits an insecurity, then another suicide dive. Rolls Roman into the ring, hits a super kick for a near fall. Goes to the top rope, go for the superfly splash. Roman avoids it, then hits a vertical leg drop like a Rough Rider for a near fall. That's Jey hits a Rough Rider. Roman gets pissed, goes to the corner. He runs for the spear, but Jey catches him with a big roll up for a very near fall. They get up, and Jey hits a super kick. Goes up top, hits the splash for another very near fall. Roman kicked out and accidentally hit Jey Uso in the nuts. Oops! I don't think he meant to do that, but I think he was trying to grab his cock. But it is what it is. Roman looks at Paul Heyman, starts laughing, gets up and goes to the corner. He hits the spear, but it's like, I'm going to do more damage. He says Jey brought the Chief all the way out here, so he isn't done just yet. He demands Jey acknowledge him as the Tribal Chief. Jay's like, no, man, not going to do it, son. Not going to do it, Oos. Roman grabs him by the beard and starts yelling at him, then tosses him into the ropes, hits a second spear. and grabs Jay by the head, makes him stare into the camera, starts talking some more trash. Heyman shouts at Roman that he recognizes him, but that's not what he wants. Roman wants to deliver more punishment. Charles Robinson tries to stop it when Roman gets in his face and tells him he'll drop him if he gets him in his way. Then he starts beating him up with repeated elbows, mounting him. Referee and tells the referee to back off. I'm gonna do this myself. And he's been beating on him like his whole life. Jay still won't give up. Roman lands some more forms to the back of the head, and then, like I said, Jimmy Uso comes down limping because he's selling that leg injury that he had a few months back. Tells Jay he's going to throw the towel in, but Jay's like, "Don't throw it in, Uso! Don't throw it in!" So Roman tells Jimmy to acknowledge him, and I'll end it right here. Jimmy calls him Joe, real life shit. Tells him to stop, but Roman, Joe, says no, and Jay says don't end it, don't end the match. So Roman drags Jay back in the middle of the ring, just starts hitting him with some hammer fists, like bap, 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 and then Jimmy throws in the towel to end the match. I thought the referee stopped it, but Jimmy threw in the towel, and that's it. So Roman picks up the victory. Pretty dominant win from Roman. Like we all knew that he was going to beat the crap out of Jey Uso, and that was it. So he retains. Match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that was it. Afterwards, Roman's still beating the crap out of Jay with those hammer fists. Jimmy slides in and drapes his body over his brother. So Jimmy tells Roman, "You didn't have to do this. You're the tribal chief, okay? You're the tribal chief." Heyman comes in, hands Roman the Universal title, and puts the wreath, the lei of the wreath over his neck. Roman stands and watches Jimmy and Jay as the show ends. So that's it. So that's how it ends. Roman getting proclaimed the tribal chief, and that's it. And we'll see what happens this Friday night on SmackDown with Roman. I think Roman will come out, proclaim he's the tribal chief. I'm the head of the family. Jimmy, and then maybe Jimmy Uso comes out, and Roman's like, "You did a good thing, but you didn't have to. I know you were looking out for your brother, but I had to do what I had to do." I don't know. Something's gonna happen with him and the Usos continuing this almost real life type storyline, which is I think is pretty good. The way they portrayed it tonight was pretty damn good. So we'll see what happens on SmackDown on Friday night, and where Roman goes from here and what they do after that. Maybe Jimmy gets a title shot. I doubt that because Jimmy's like injured. He's not made clear to wrestle. So I don't know what's going to happen on Friday night. I think it's going to be some type of segment where Roman is just gonna keep proclaiming himself as the tribal chief, which may continue on all the way to the Royal Rumble. Maybe The Rock appears after the Rumble, and then they set up the match for WrestleMania, and then Roman beats the crap out of The Rock. Because Rock's not going to win the Universal title. I hope he does not. Another slap in the face if he wins the title. But I think it's gonna. They might lead it up to WrestleMania. I think Rock doesn't really want to do it. I think he said he doesn't want to do it. I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's still going to happen. I think Rock, Roman, cousin versus cousin again, or cousin versus brother, or some shit like that. At WrestleMania, Roman will defend the belt, beat The Rock, and then really put The Rock out of his misery. Maybe Rock headlines the Hall of Fame next year. They really didn't have a Hall of Fame this year, but because of this fucking virus. But they acknowledged that Nikki and Brie, the Bella Sluts, got in the Hall of Fame. They acknowledged Bradshaw for being in the Hall of Fame. They acknowledged Batista being in the Hall of Fame, and the NWO, Hogan, Hall, and Nash, and Six-Pac, or X-Pac, Sean Waltman, whatever you want to call them, as they're in the Hall of Fame. And that's that. That was the only members of the Hall of Fame this year. It wasn't really anybody else that I know of. So, you could start to talk for the 2021 class, Hall of Fame class. You can put The Rock up there. It's not going to be in Miami. It's going to be in Los Angeles next year. Maybe, if that even happens, depending on how this fucking virus is still going on in California. I know in Florida, the Florida governor kind of eased back the restrictions, and they open up indoor dining and restaurants that they can operate at 100%. I don't know about that. I don't know if that's a good idea, but Florida's starting to, they're 100%. New York's, I think, at 25%. Maybe other places in America are at 25 to maybe 30, 40%. So that's good and all, but, Florida doing 100%, I don't know about that. I really don't know. Now, we're seeing various teams in the NFL have a certain number of fans at their stadiums, except for, the Giants and the Jets and the Niners and a couple other teams. Because they can't do anything in New York. Governor Murphy here in Jersey doesn't want people at the stadium or anywhere else really. And Governor Cuomo and de Blasio don't want anybody there because they want to keep the thing under 1%. Even though Brooklyn, where I used to live, the places I used to live in Brooklyn, they're getting cases of COVID now. So, and I haven't got tested in 2 months, so I might go for another test just to see if I'm okay. I'm pretty fine. I'm fine. I feel fine. I just have this fucking dermatitis on my fucking face due to the fucking mask I wear. I'm washing the fuck out of them not every day, but I should do that every day. But you can't really, you can see a little bit of it, but I have dermatitis. I'm putting bacitracin on my face almost every day or every other day. Not really helping much, but I've been, washing my face with special soap every day. I try to wash my face at work when I go to the bathroom or on my break. Use hand sanitizer when I'm on the register and everything. Even though people why didn't you wear some gloves? Nobody else is wearing gloves in my store. You think I'm going to start wearing gloves? Then you tell everybody else in the store to wear gloves. I understand, you're an old person and everything, but I understand that, but so I'll do it for you, but I really can't push the button with the gloves on. It's very hard for me to hit the buttons and everything because it's a touch screen and everything. It's very hard for me to do, so I have to take off the glove, hit the button, and put the glove back on. All while I'm wearing a mask, and I have to disinfect the area before the end of my shift, among other things I have to do. I have to disinfect the counter. I got to disinfect the computer. I got to disinfect the touch screen. I got to disinfect the scanner. I got to disinfect the SIG cap. When you put your credit card or debit card in. Got to disinfect that. I got to disinfect the self-checkout area. Got to disinfect the shopping carts and the baskets. Got to do all that. I got to disinfect the ATM and the photo area. I do a lot of stuff. Among the other stuff I got to do, I got lots of stuff. I got lots of responsibility. But I'm making the money you wish you had, and you wish you could do my job. Retail is not a hard job. Asking a lot of people that have worked in retail. JD used to work in retail. He hated it. That's why he doesn't work there anymore. So I think the man just saw his ego and kicked him out. But I digress. Anyway, he still thinks I'm a clown, but fuck him. Whatever. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for Clash of the Champions Gold Rush. It was a solid pay-per-view. I gave it a solid 6 out of 10 stars. But let me know what you guys thought of the show. Any comment or a video reply down below. Let me know what you think. and I can do a video reply down below. If you have any questions regarding tonight's pay-per-view, you can ask me on my next video, my Raw review tomorrow night. I can ask you questions in the chat, or leave your questions down below in the comment section of this video, or hit me up via Facebook or Twitter with your questions, and we'll talk about it maybe on the next stream, or we'll do a Q&A maybe in the future. I don't know when we'll even do one, but I keep talking about it. I just have no real time. I'm going to try to get one up by the end of the year on one of my channels, either on TGC Reborn, or maybe I can try to get it on this channel by the end of the year. But got a long way to go. Got 3 months left. Well, we got all of October, all of November, and all of December. Got lots of wrestling in between that. We got Takeover next Sunday, Takeover 31 next Sunday. Should be pretty good. I got my predictions coming next Saturday on I'm gonna do it next Saturday on TGC 180. If you haven't seen my Clash of Champions predictions on episode 179 of the Gilmore Chronicles, hit the link below, and the video is right there. So that's that. And check out my rant I just did earlier today. Link is down below in the description box. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up. Get that thumbs up ratio back up. All those 3 fucking trolls just bombarding me with fucking dislikes because they have no fucking life. 2 fat fucks and a fucking guy with a tiny little cock. All living in the same fucking area. Fucking losers from Massachusetts. There's a lot of people that live in Massachusetts that I know. You know, Joe Cronin lives in Massachusetts. He's the only good guy coming from Massachusetts. So fuck those other 3 fuckheads. I'm gonna get cyanide poisoning for all I care. Fuck them. Fuck them, fuck them, fuck them. That's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, that's it for my video. Thank you for watching. Continue to smash that like button and hit that subscribe button down below. Hopefully we get to 400 subscribers on this channel. We're at 350 now. We lost a couple of subscribers. You know, sadly you did not stay for the ride. That's your opinion. I don't care. But if you want to join me on this glorious ride to the next 11 years that I've been on this fucking website, want to join me for the next 11 years, hit that subscribe button down below. Subscribe to my other channels as well. Tell your friends and tell them. Tell your friends and tell their friends. Excuse me, and their friends. And that'll be pretty much it for that. And that's all I got to say about that. So that is it for now. Thank you for watching. Once again, 6 out of 10 stars for the Clash of the Champions. And we'll see what happens tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw with the aftermath of the Clash of Champions, as we lead on to our next pay-per-view, Hell in a Cell, on October the 25th. And we'll see what matches may get announced in the next couple weeks. I think we know maybe 2 of them. Like I said, it'd probably be Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton, Hell in a Cell, Sasha and Bayley, Hell in a Cell. If they do another one, I would think it might be Rey Mysterio and Seth Rollins. That feud has to end in Hell in a Cell. If it doesn't end in Hell in a Cell, I don't know what's next. Loser leaves WWE. That's the only thing I can think of that would end that fucking feud. But we'll see what happens with that, and that's it. So that's it. So hopefully everybody had a great weekend. Another football weekend in the books. The Jets and Giants fucking suck. Well, the Jets fucking suck. Jets are one of my favorite teams, along with the Niners, who kicked the Giants' ass today, 36-9. And we'll see what happens tomorrow night. We got a good game tomorrow night on Monday Night Football that'll just destroy Monday Night Raw. Got the Chiefs and the Ravens, which should have been the AFC title game last year. So we'll get a little preview of what may be the AFC title game of this year, depending what the Ravens do this year and what the Chiefs do this year. Both teams are 2-0. See, one team's going to be 2-1. One team's going to be 3-0. And I think I picked the Chiefs to win, so sorry. Sorry to Wrestling Otaku. Your team's going to get destroyed tomorrow night. Fucker. And that's all I got to say about that. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Hope you had a great weekend and a good start to your the end of September this week and start the beginning of October. And that's pretty much it. So enjoy the week, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow night with my Raw review. And if anything else, well, hopefully I won't work tomorrow. So maybe tomorrow you get maybe another video if anything comes up that's important in the world of professional wrestling. And if I do work, then you get your Raw review late tomorrow night, as always on the Killer Demons channel. Then I have to work Tuesday, which sucks. I really didn't want to work Tuesday, but I decided to work Tuesday because I had to fill in for the new guy. But hopefully I get off the whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But we'll see what happens during the week. I may have to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then off Friday, then maybe I have to work an extra a fifth day, which I really don't want to do. But now that they got these two new, well, we got 3 new people, so hopefully we can fit them in. I can lower my my work rate to about 3-4 days. But we'll see what happens with that, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. If I have to work, I work, make the money you wish you had, and then I work Tuesday, get more money. Wednesday, I don't know yet. Maybe I might be off. Who knows? Then I work Thursday, which I originally was planned to work Thursdays, make more money, and then probably the end of the week. And I'm off Friday, so I'll be with the missus on Friday. She comes back on Wednesday afternoon. So yeah, so Friday, I'll probably be in a different location than this area. For my Friday night SmackDown review, probably be in the TV room, probably on the couch. So I'll be on the couch for my my SmackDown review, and probably for the next couple weeks, I'll be doing videos, probably in another room, probably in the TV room, because I won't be doing it here because I don't want the missus to be in the room falling asleep next, right here, and I'm like right here to slap the fucking shit out of her. But so we'll see what happens with my videos over the next couple weeks. If I have to do it on the phone, I'll do it on the phone. But I don't want to go an hour on the phone because I can't go live on the phone. So we'll see what happens with that. And we'll move on from there. So that's it, everybody. Thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off for this video. And don't forget to watch my rant in the description box below. So that's it. I'm out. Peace, bitches.